Go into Procreate and go to your hand drawing that should be located inside of your stack. Now, once you're there, what we're going to do today is we're going to actually add texture designs to the hand, to the background, and also the ground itself. So tap on layers, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on alpha lock. Now, to turn it on, you can take two fingers and hold them together and swipe them to the right, and you should see a checkerboard right there in the background. If you have a hard time doing it and you cannot get it to work, and you do not see the checkerboard, then just tap on the layer and then choose alpha lock. And then you should see the checkerboard in the background. So we're going to do this for each one of these layers where we've added black. Okay, so I'm going to go to all the way back down to the bottom to my background layer, and I'm going to choose a color, and I think I'm going to choose a pink, a nice pink color. And then I'm going to go to my brushes, and I have a set of textures. There are textures all over in the different areas. You just have to look for them, but I'm going to go to my Wea set 1, and I'm going to choose a texture that I want to put in the background. And I'm going to increase my brush size, I don't know, to about 40-50% and see how I like it. And I'm just going to drag across. Now, if you notice, when I go down below that or go over the hand, it does not go into that section. Okay, so I've done the background. Now I'm going to go up to the next section, my ground, and I'm going to choose kind of a not so bright green. You could choose any color you'd like. I'm going to change my brush now, and I'm going to go across the ground. See, I may want to make that a little bigger, so two finger tap, go up a little bigger size here, and then I'm going to go up to my next layer, which is the inside, and I'm going to change the color to more of a yellow green color, and change my brush. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use the same brush, but I'm just going to make it smaller and go inside there. I'm going to go up to my wrist, and I'm going to change the color. You want to keep the colors bright and colorful. You don't want to you don't want them to be too dark, because remember, we are going to be turning that black back on. Okay, so I'm going to choose, see, that is a little too close to the sky color, so maybe go a little darker, and I'm going to actually change the brush for this one. Here we go. And you're just going to work your way up for each section. So now I'm going to do the palm 1, and I'm going to go to a nice bright blue, change the texture, and you're just going to work your way up. Let's see. Maybe an orange. And you can go to different areas to grab textures. I just went to the Wea set 2, and I'm grabbing textures from there. That's a little too small. I'm going to make that a little larger. Okay. And just working my way up, changing the colors and changing the texture. And that's the thumb. see. Do a nice blue. That looks like the other one, too close to that one. Maybe I'll do the flowers. Make those smaller. I feel like that should be lighter, so I'm just going to lighten the blue. Maybe make the brush a little bigger. Okay. And go to the next finger and change the color. And the brush, let's try this one. That's a little dull. Let me see if I can. Oh, you know what? My opacity's turned down. That's what's going on. There we go. So I'm wondering if my opacity was turned down with my other one. Let me go back here. Go back to that blue. And I don't remember which texture I was on, but it doesn't really matter. I'll try this one. Okay, so no, I just think it's the color of blue. I went a little brighter with it. Ooh, that's better. And I think I will lower the size of the brush. Okay, now go to the next finger and I'll choose that really bright pink color there. Let me try this one. That's too big. Once again, the opacity turned down on me. There we go. I'm going to go to the next finger. I'm going to choose yet another color. And let's see, I'm going to go to my palettes here and see if I have anything that I'd like to use. Let me try that. And I'm going to come down to the regular brushes here. See what they have. Maybe try this bubble. Look at that. That's kind of interesting. I don't care for it, but it's kind of interesting. Let me try this. Okay. And then my last one I'm going to do here. I need to choose another color. And we haven't really used any green. Let me see. Okay, and I'll choose, I want to go and see what these other textures have. This one's interesting. Okay. Try this one. Oh, I like that one. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, now that we've added the color, we're going to go and turn the opacity of the black back up. So you tap on the N, the letter N, and you move the black back up. And then you tap the next one and tap the N on that one, and you move the black back up. And you just work your way down, tapping as you go along. Oops. And just turning that black back. Tap the N. And after I turn the opacity up, I tap on the layer again, and that gets the menu to close so that I can go to the next one. Okay, let me look at that one again. And you can see that the colors are just intensifying. Now look at that. Doesn't that look wonderful? Okay, so the last step we're going to do, I'm going to try this out, is I'm going to drag my drawing all the way up to the top, just to make sure that my lines are at the top there. And I am ready to save this as a Procreate file because I think we're going to add a little bit more tomorrow. So go ahead and save it as a Procreate file to your Google Drive.